test something here. That should be on. Alright, we should be good to go. Another day of glorious Guardians of the Rift. Losing my mind. We're getting there, though. We are getting there. Oh, let's do a test from the different channels. Make sure Botrix is going. That seems to work. That seems to work. Alright, we are golden. I get a copyright strike on these, on this radio station that I'm playing. I don't think that I should, but YouTube, man, YouTube. YouTube will find a way to, they'll find a way to nail you, that's for sure. Probably hum a copyright tune, and they'd probably fucking demonetize. Alright, here we go. Let's get into it. Actually, can I? Okay, good. Probably move this a little bit closer. I don't know. You only spec once a game. It's probably not. Kind of the reason why I move my inventory right here. It's less mouse movement. Which helps out after a while. I got my keyboard set up to where it, I can control the camera. Now, a lot of this stuff I just kind of take for granted because I've been playing the game for so long. But I one time tried to explain some of this stuff to like a new player, and it was there's a lot of stuff. Like basically how your character teleports. Character doesn't really run across all tiles. It'll teleport to every other tile. That's how the pathing works. Doing combos here is gross. What is he talking about? Oh, they're gross. No, it's not OP. It's better, but it's not OP. Freaking over exaggerator. Oh yeah, it's double XP. No. like a 30% increase or something like that. 30, 35 maybe 35% increase. It's nice, but it's not OP. Freaking. Okay, let's just calm the fuck down. Simmer down. Yo, it does kind of sound like Donkey Kong a little bit. So. Always. It's always time. Guardians of the Rift, it's all right, but I am getting a little sick of it, but it's all right. You just gotta enjoy the journey, you know. You're almost 99. I'm not. I'm not almost 99. I still got a ways to go. I'm at 96, so I'm getting there, but you know. That is a good question. You know, I'm not sure. I honestly can't answer that because right now, cause I'm kind of just fueled by pet hunting right now. So I kind of just want to get the pet hunt because I feel like I'm being efficient if in my mind, I'm pet hunting. If I can get the pet before 99, that'd be pretty cool. Am I gonna be here after 99? Probably not. Well, you know what? ZMI or Orania or however the hell you say it. That's actually better. If Guardians of the Rift didn't exist, I'd be at ZMI. Yeah, I mean, well, ZMI is like 100k XP per hour, so ZMI is better than this place. Yes, if I get the pet here before 99 RC, I'll be at ZMI. People talk about crafting bloods as if it's like some great thing, but it's like maybe 40k XP per hour. I mean, that's kind of garbage. Yeah, I tried a little bit of bloods, and I was like, this is dog shit XP. So. Yeah, I was even doing like the True Blood altar too. Yeah, the like, what's it, the there's two different blood altars. So there's like the fake one, and then there's like the true one, I guess. I tried them both. I wasn't really too amused by both of them. I do have the agility level to do the true blood altar, they call it, but, which it was all right. But I kind of want to get my construction up. I do kind of want to get 99 construction before I do like blood runs, because I don't know, just eating house teleport tabs every single run just seems kind of wasteful. Uh, so there's the Great Korend way of crafting blood runes, and then there's like the true altar way or whatever. Actually, if this music's a little bit loud too, let me know. I can maybe turn it down a little bit. I'm not sure what the appropriate kind of level is. The song here might be running a little loud. About there should be about right. Put this. I can't dock this. Okay, that's weird. Yeah, so yeah, there's two different ways to craft blood runes. There's the one where it's like it's on the other continent with like it's like above the like Arceus library, like up in there. And then there's the True Blood Altar. And within the True Blood Altar, there's two different routes that you can take. There's the shortcut if you have, I think it's like 95 agility or something. Which I did that for a little bit. Then, I was just eating a house teleport tab every time, and I should just finish up 99 construction, because Mahogany Homes is pretty quick. So and I've got 99 banked, so I might do that after 99 rune crafting or something. Then, because then it's like get the worst skill out of the way, and then just like basically feel like easy escape with construction. So. But I'm gonna probably take a break from. Well, I'll be partaking in Gridmaster, so I won't be skilling for probably a while. I'll probably be playing Gridmaster for however long that's gonna last. I'm pretty excited about it. So. Partake in Gridmaster. I know they will be having some of the Gridmaster open to free to play, so that's gonna be pretty neat. I'm trying to get some people at work. I've been trying to talk them into playing RuneScape. It's a hard sell for a lot of people, but it's like, Gridmaster, it is free to play. They're having some of it open to free to play, so you can kind of try an arcadey version of the game. I'm kind of excited. Well, first, I love getting tons of experience. I mean, it's a dopamine rush, of course, but I also do kind of like to use it to kind of get better at raids. Because when you have like overpowered stuff, it makes raids a little more like accessible. The big part of raids is just it's a mental block. Going in and just dying over and over again. It's like it kind of it's like kind of demotivating. But if you go in there and it's like you can kind of choose your own difficulty, and I don't know, I think it's a lot better. Maybe the first time go in there with a very overpowered gear, and then the next time you go in, choose one less overpowered gear to enter, and then eventually, work down to doing the raid with realistic gear. I kind of like it whenever a person can kind of like choose their own difficulty like that. Biggest thing are death fees. Oh my god, death fees are like such a salt in the wound. You're pissed off because you messed up the mechanic, and then you're back in Lumbridge naked, and it's just like, oh my god, and you gotta run back, buy your gear back. I don't know. It's like extra salt in the wound. I don't know. And so last league, I went hard on last league. I'll probably never grind as hard as I did last league. I ended up getting Dragon's Cup, which there were people that got it a lot quicker than me, but I also didn't have like thousands of viewers telling me the most efficient way to do everything. So it took me a long time to get Dragon's Cup. I mean, God, I played for like 12 hours a day for like fucking like 6 weeks straight. There were some things that I didn't even know about it because it really tests your game knowledge too. So and then eventually I did look up like a streamer and I seen him doing something. I'm like, oh damn, that is so much more efficient than what I was doing. But eventually got it. So say I'll probably never do it again because I was definitely unemployed during that time. So getting Dragon's Cup while being employed full time, that'd be a rough one. I'm sure some people can do it. I don't know if I could do it unless I completely sacrificed doing what I want to do to like some like meta pathing or something. Because part of just last leagues, I did just want to kind of like do stuff for fun, you know. So I chose like wilderness and stuff, content that I've never even like seen before. So wilderness is pretty cool, but I don't. In main game, I'm not going out there, but it's pretty neat. All the bosses and stuff they have out there. Does its coolness factor make up for like how much like risk there is? Hell no, but it's pretty neat. Another thing I might get in, I know on Twitch they have like a plugin that does some kind of neat stuff with old school. It's got kind of shows like your collection log and stuff. I might look into that. That'd be kind of neat for you guys to see, I guess. Yeah, I'm chatting away and not being efficient, and I missed it. Oof. Okay. Reset. Run it again. Actually, I'm gonna get some binding necklaces. I kind of wish I could try this in like fixed mode. Oh damn. Hey, thanks. That's dead ass the first time I've seen that actually. So I appreciate that. Yeah, I appreciate the prime. Thanks. My first actually. I've never seen that notification before, so kind of scared the shit out of me, not gonna lie. Yeah, today we're just grinding some rune crafting. I think whenever Gridmaster comes out tomorrow, it's gonna be going from like rune crafting XP level to like Gridmaster is gonna be, you know, extra, exciting. Yes, yes, thank you for the prime. I appreciate that. So, are you planning on playing Gridmaster tomorrow? Yeah, I've been trying to talk some people into work playing Gridmaster. I was like, well, you can play it free to play. So, oh yeah, AF King Stars. Yeah, that's well, it's a good time to watch movies and watch TV shows. That's usually my kind of go-to activity is cooking. If I'm like watching a movie or something, I put that action timer thing where it's like you get like 60 seconds, and I just set that up and watch movies on the side. Now, doing Guardians of the Rift and watching movies on the side, I find that Guardians of the Rift requires just enough attention to where I'm not really enjoying what I'm watching. So, which is good if it's just kind of like a crappy TV show or something. But if it's like a movie that I actually want to enjoy, then it's. I have definitely fallen asleep doing Guardians of the Rift. Yeah, that's especially after like getting done with work, eating a meal, and then it's just yeah, I've definitely fallen asleep. Streaming kind of helps actually, kind of helps stay awake. That might that is a little bit why I'm streaming anyway. It's like stay awake a little bit. Oh, you guys still dealing with fires out over there? Like, I'm kind of on like the Canadian border, like pretty close. I'm in like North Dakota, Minnesota area, and oh man, when you guys get those fires there in Canada, like it gets bad here. So I can't imagine how awful that smoke's got to be on your guys' side. I'm always like, God damn, like Canada's on fire again. Fuck. What are they doing up there? Oh yeah, yeah, true, yeah. Yeah, getting some second hand up there from everyone. Yeah, it's probably hard to stay awake too, I imagine. Dang. Yeah, I mean, I know those fires got to be pretty insane because I mean we're getting the smoke way way down into the states. So what am I doing here? What am I doing? Hopefully you didn't lose any like in your property or nothing, right? I mean that would that'd be the really shitty thing to like lose your house or something. Like, ooh. I mean, up there in Canada, do you guys do like controlled burns or anything to like kind of mitigate some of that? Or I heard sometimes those controlled burns, that, like, ironically, they make it like worse or something. Mm. Well, that's good that nobody died then, because those fires were intense. It seems like you guys are like on fire every single year. It's like every summer I'm like going out, maybe get like a run in, and it's like I'm choking on freaking smoke. So I'm daydreaming here. Dang. Hmm. Yes, yeah, I had no idea. So you guys got rivers and stuff that are drying up. Yeah, that's crazy. It seems like 10 years ago or something you guys didn't have that many fires, but God, I swear the last like 5 years or something, there's like a fire every summer up there. Mm. I might just wait in this portal. I've been I've been yapping, kind of off sync. Probably wait in the portal. Be a little iffy if I have enough time. Yeah. Or wait. Get a jump start on the next game. Yeah, I've never been into Canada. I thought about getting a passport once because there was this like railroad job that I was gonna apply to, or I tried applying to. I didn't have any luck. But it was it was like one of the like railroads that go from like Kansas City to Canada. So Is it what city up is it you guys got up there? That's it's basically like an underground city. I think that'd be pretty neat to see. I think it's oh yeah, I think it'd be pretty neat to visit like Montreal or something. I guess like a lot of the Montreal city is all underground. I think it'd be pretty neat to see. Kind of wish my city was underground during the wintertime. Probably save on heating and stuff too. Let's see. Oh, the politics changed quite a bit up there in Canada. Yeah, I've seen some not so great things about Canada, but I know like Britain is in like some deep shit right now. But you know, that's I tend to not really comment too much on like other countries' politics because I don't really know. I only really have the capacity to really pay attention to what's going on like around me. But oh, there's a tunnel that goes under. See, that's pretty cool. I went over something similar, and I was living out in like Groton, Connecticut. There's like this like yeah this tunnel that like went underneath this like channel or something. It was pretty cool, but it separated like Virginia Beach from like Richmond, and those are like really big cities. So there's a lot of people that travel in between those, and that tunnel is only so big. I think that tunnel went down to like 2 lanes, or maybe it was like 2 or 3 lanes. But God, the traffic jam was crazy. Oh, what am I doing? Like, yeah, like you get off work and then it would just be oh you'd be in traffic for a good hour and a half every day. If you had to travel through that tunnel, which I did have to travel through that tunnel for a little while. I think probably what I like most about Gridmaster though is you're not going to be locked out of anything. So some people are saying like, oh, Animal Wrangler is so much worse than the other relics or something, but all that is kind of irrelevant because we're actually not going to be locked out of stuff. So kind of take because if in during leagues, if you make a wrong decision, it can be a pretty painful experience. But at least with Gridmaster, you'll get all the relics. So I think that's really neat. I might end up liking Gridmaster maybe even a little bit more than leagues. Now, leagues does require more like thinking and kind of planning, so I don't know. It'll be an interesting experience, I think. So I would say Gridmaster is definitely going to be more new player friendly of an experience because you're not locked out of regions, you're not locked out of relics, so it's just like if during league someone chose like a bunch of raid they were to choose a bunch of raid regions, all I gotta say is rip, because it sounds fun at first, but when you're trying to hit Dragon's Cup or something, and it's like all of your points are coming from raids, that's like that can be kind of a rough one. Wilderness was fun. Yes, I actually chose Wilderness as well last leagues. Wilderness was fun. Thankfully, I got spooned on the Elysian Spirit Shield. Like I actually got it, so it was, yeah. I got it pretty much shortly after I got the like kill streaks for Corp. So, oh dang, dang, that's pretty wild. Got the soul pet. That's actually really wild, because if I remember right, um, the pet rates are not boosted in leagues, right? So yeah, you got, that's crazy. Yeah, that's so yeah, that's really crazy. Mm. It's like one of the hardest, as far as skill wise goes. It's like one of the hardest pets to get to. I did not do I did not do the new land, so I didn't have access to the Coliseum. Yeah, I mean, some people will like talk trash about like the green helm, but in a lot of instances, you're still just playing by yourself usually. So a lot of times it's just green helm, blue helm, like sometimes a lot of, yeah, if you end up playing by yourself, then you're really basically just a regular Iron Man, really. But yeah, the game is such a commitment that I think it would be hard to get. Like I've tried to talk to my brothers and stuff and playing, or some people from work. They're like, oh yeah, that they'll be like kind of like optimistic about the idea, but it's like realistically, I know that they won't last. They'll maybe do it for a couple weeks, and then it's like that's probably all the grind that they got in them. So, which I mean, that's which is fine. I mean, the game is definitely not for everyone. That's and it doesn't need to be for everyone either. So that's you know kind of a game that's made for everyone is made for no one really. I seem to be cutting it close. I think I got it. Yeah, I got it. Shield booted me out. Okay. Oh, that's why. Yeah, I think one kind of, I don't know how you could I mean, there's so many ideas that a person could do. Like I'm trying to think for like the super casual people. Game modes like Grid Master or Leagues is great. wonder if there's a way to do like a group Ironman leagues or a group Ironman, Gridmaster or something. Just for like the really kind of casual, players that'll maybe play the game for maybe a couple months and then quit and then, play it next year for a couple of months and then when the season comes out again. Yeah, I think there's some potential there for like like a group Ironman leagues. It's something I literally just like thought of just now, and I mean I think it'd be a pretty neat idea. I haven't really like thought about it too much to kind of, but see how that would maybe be like. Trying to think of any negatives to that. I don't know. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, because if you're region locked, that could be interesting. That, ooh, that would be kind of cool, actually. Each person in your group kind of, hmm, that could be interesting. Would you divide it? Yeah, see, you could divide it up, or maybe everyone would have to do the same regions. I'm not sure how a person would do that. I did mage last leagues. Don't ask me why. Yeah, I wish I did. I wish I did range. Mage was all right. I mean, it was all right, but God, I feel like range was the answer. Like when I seen these guys do their blowpipe where they could never miss. Oh my God, they're basically wielding like a machine gun. Just oh my God. Yeah, the T-bow was wild, dude. All of it was wild. Yeah, all of range was wild, and then the darts too. Oh yeah, I forgot about the darts. So with the darts, it was like you never miss, and it was like sped up or something. So it was crazy. So with darts, yeah. See that's crazy. Yeah, yeah. I did mage, and then I was mage, but I did not have ancients. So you can about imagine how cringe that kind of was. I had mage, but I did not have I didn't have the AoE magic or the ancient magics. So basically what carried me until I got the shadow was that mage staff that you get from like the Rev caves or whatever it was. I didn't even have a build in mind really. I was just gonna play leagues for fun, so I just kind of chose some random things that sounded good and just YOLO'd it. So if I ever choose mage again, 100% I will be choosing the desert so I can get, ice barrage. Yeah, it was kind of just it was scuffed. My build was scuffed. Yeah, even with all my upgrades and stuff, like Corp was not like it wasn't super easy. Like I did have to like constantly eat and stuff. I mean, I had banker's notes. I just sat there and ate a ton, but yeah, core. I mean, when you have infinite food, like it was still tedious, but I wanted to get Dragon's Cup, so I kind of had to get points from Corp. Thankfully, I actually got a ton of points from Corp because I did the kill streak points, and then I ended up getting the Elysian Spirit Shield, which is pretty. I was very surprised that I got that. 'Cause even with boosted rates, like I was having my doubts because I was having like the worst of luck, and then all of a sudden, I just started getting these really good drops. And like right at right whenever I got the shield is whenever I hit Dragon's Cup, and I was like, took a look at the shield, got Dragon's Cup, and I just logged out because I was exhausted from grinding for Dragon's Cup. Yeah, I was unemployed at the time, so that's kind of why I pushed for Dragon's Cup because I was like, if I don't do this now, I may never do it again because I don't really know if you can. I'm sure there's some gamers out there that can get Dragon's Cup while being employed full time, but not me. So I grinded for like 12 hours a day for like 6 weeks straight. So, I mean, I wasn't playing the most efficiently, so I didn't have like thousands of viewers telling me like the most efficient way from point A to point B. So yeah, eventually I watched some streamers do some stuff, and oh yeah, they were doing shit like way more efficient than what I was doing. I was like, oh, okay, so that's how they got Dragon's Cup already, and I was like so far behind. Yeah, it was. I actually took a break from the game after leagues because I was very exhausted. Yeah, that's true. True. Yeah, efficiency definitely can take the joy out of it, but also just playing 12 hours a day for 6 weeks straight takes the fun out of it. So it's like when you're grinding that hard, it's like no, it's kind of like what am I doing with my life at that point? And then I just remember having the Dragon's Cup in my hand, and I was like, God, was this worth it? M- now that it's like 8 months later, I'm glad that I did do it. But for the longest time, the answer was hell no, it was not worth it. But I'm glad that I did it because that's my certified gamer moment. So that's my back in my day. I got Dragon's Cup in Leagues 5 story. Yeah, I tried the star method for training mining, and I'm too impatient. I just, in theory, it's like, yeah, you can AFK and then like watch something on the side. But I was too impatient for stars. I was like, you know what? I'd rather just pay attention to the game and literally get like 3 times the amount of experience and get to where you're trying to go 3 times faster. So, oh, let's see, you're at 120 CGKC. I would get, if you can, try and get the Bofa. Try and get one of those. But of all the content that I've done so far in this game, Corrupted Gauntlet is probably the worst. Just I was failing so much that it was borderline faster for me to just send regular gauntlets. Because if you do the math, it's 1 CG is equivalent to about 5 regular gauntlet kills. And I was failing about 5 times per corrupted gauntlet. Oh my god, it pissed me off so much. But send some regulars. That's what I did, and that's what I'd actually recommend. When you're feeling burnt out on corrupted gauntlet, just do regular gauntlet. I found regular gauntlet was I could consistently get kills in regular gauntlet. I could relax a little bit, and if you can do regular gauntlet all day but get burned out on like 10, you get burned out on like, I don't know, maybe 20 CG a day. Just run some regular gauntlet. Sprinkle some of that in there. I actually got most of my stuff from regular gauntlet. I got really spooned, so but take with what I say with a grain of salt, but it's kind of like a mental thing. Yeah, you're gonna probably hate me if you see my corrupted gauntlet KC. So I have all the armor pieces and both the enhanced weapons. So, and I did it in 100 CG KC. So yeah, there is that. Yeah. Now I do have 420 regular gauntlet KC. So yeah, that's where I got most of my armor pieces from. But yeah, CG spooned me. Yeah, in this game, like, you gotta take your wins when you can. When it came to getting my Berserker ring, I went dry for that. So that was, for my Berserker ring, it was 524 KC. And then, let's see, I went dry on that. I also went dry on the Hydra Claw. It took me 3028 KC for Hydra Claw. So oh yeah, you did get spooned at Tormented Demons. Yeah, yeah. Hey, you never know though. It could always be the next KC. That's how you gotta cope. You never know. It could be the next one. You know. There you go. There you go. Surely the next one. Exactly. You already know. What are the odds? It's 50-50 every time. Alright, I am off sync here. Now, probably one of the longest grinds that I've done in this game was getting the Hydra Claw, which, yeah, 3028 KC. Once I hit level 95 Slayer, I did nothing but Hydra until the Claw. And then the same day that I got the Claw, I was just under 80,000 experience Slayer for 99 Slayer. So I got both the Claw and 99 Slayer in the same day. So that was pretty satisfying. No, I did it with Bofa. Well, Crystal Armor and Bofa is how I did Hydra. Yes, I do.
I pointed out that in Western psychology, when we come across certain behaviors that on the surface...
I have, I think, one Zora KC, so I do not have a blowpipe. Which Zora is probably a boss that I should learn, but since I basically ran the Nightleaf guide from like account creation that like streamlines you to Corrupted Gauntlet like as fast as possible, so I kind of just skipped a lot of stuff. Like usually people get the blowpipe before they get Bofa, but I kind of just like went straight to Bofa as quick as I could. Now, what might give me motivation to go and do Zora if I get that what is it? It's like a spear or something, or yeah, the Nox halberd. If I get that thing, heard that thing's really good at Zora, so I might, you know, if I get that thing, then I might do Zora. 2,400 KC. Oh my god. Yeah, that is a lot. I hope you got the Zora pet. Yeah, I've seen some kills with the with that halberd, and yeah, that I kind of don't even want to do Zora without that halberd because that just looks so much better. So, oops, let's dump this. Oh, I'm off sync. Twin Flame is really good. I class it with T-Boat. I'm gonna look that up. I'm not immediately sure what that is. Twin Blade. Twin Blade with a fire. What is... Talking about like the sulfur blades? Is that what you're referring to? Hold on. Let me get situated in the game here, and then I'll look it up. Okay. Need a fire tomb with it. 50s. Oh, twin flame staff from the Titans. Oh. See, so like after leagues, I took a massive break from the game, so I don't even know what the Titans are. I'll have to look. Yeah, I'll have to look into this. This is twin flame staff. Said use a fire tomb with the. How hard is this staff to get? I, I don't even know about Titans really because I just kind of got back from a break, so. See, it's a new staff, new minigame boss. A bit worse. Let's see it. New staff and prayers. A bit worse than the Cox prayers. I have done a little bit of Perilous Moons. Not a whole lot. Just because I feel like a lot of the gear that I have already is better than the Perilous Moons. So, I mean, I did the quest, and then I went through and did it like a couple of times, but I'm definitely, I don't know it real well, but. Oh, really? The Blood Moon set is best in slot? Oh, I did not. Well, for some places. What are those? Oh, shoot. I am screwing this all up. What am I doing? Which places is it best in slot in? That's what I'm kind of curious. I have 2 pieces of the Virtus, but that's about. I think I have the head and the body. I'm gonna have to look that up. Yeah, I think I have the head and the body of Virtus. Titans and Fleet Photo for sure. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I might have to give Moons another look. So my kind of thinking was, well, I kind of figured I kind of had it out geared, but I haven't even done the quest for Huikuro, so. And the main reason to do Huikuro is for the Dragon Hunter wand, correct? Retake, yeah. Which I have the Dragon Hunter lance, so I don't know how much that's a good use of my time to get the wand too. I don't really. Yeah, from the blood. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, yeah. Okay, good to know. I mean, the lance is still best at like Mithril dragons and stuff, right? I mean, I guess where would you want to use the Dragon Hunter wand over the lance? I guess. Oh, Chambers is Eric. Okay. I need to learn Chambers as Eric. I've been when it comes to raids, like I'm kind of lazy. I haven't learned really raids too much. I've sent a few Tombs of a Masket. I have one KC on Chambers of Zarek. It was scuffed too. Like the teacher of our group, man, he was like, he was so high whenever he was explaining everything, and he was over explaining the stuff to. It was him, and then it was like me and this other guy. We were both new learners. Like we didn't really know anything, and then he was like, yeah, he was going into like way too much detail of like these like speed running strats. It took us I think it took us like 2 hours to finish Chambers of Zarek, like our first time. And after that, I dead ass was like, I gotta go lay down. So that was the end of that. So, oh man. And we were dying like crazy too. It was, I should have recorded it, honestly. It was, it would have been pretty funny to rewatch, but oh my god, every boss, we were just getting planked, and then he's sitting there talking about speedrunning strats. Well, how about we just do the strat to where we don't die? What's that strat? It's like, oh, it was crazy. Yeah, and then the OM boss, that was like another 45 minutes of just like explaining that one single boss, and it was just like, oh my god. No. I got a little bit of an idea on what to do now because I did a little bit of I did some masses in during leagues. I ran in some masses of Chambers of Zarek. So in masses you kind of just go in there and blast, which was kind of crazy because everything kind of scales how many players and stuff there was, but it was interesting. So I've at least kind of seen the different kind of like boss rooms and stuff. So let's see. Make guides without all the extra. Yes, yes. There needs to be a Chambers of Zarek guide where it's like as little information as you need just to survive. That that would be nice. Instead, I get all this like you know do this for so many ticks and this and that for ticks, and I'm just like it gets a little lost on me. Yeah, it depends on how many people you're with too. Are you I don't know. The way that he was explaining it, like it was kind of my job. So like I was mage, I guess, and then so I was like in the middle, just kind of forcing him to move his head back and forth, and then the other guys were doing. I don't know. I forget all the instructions that the melee guy was doing, and then what he was doing, I don't even remember. But I just know, yeah, it was just my job to run back and forth. But I don't know, there's like a lot of like little jobs, and then if you try to soloing it is kind of rough. You have to be like very precise. Yeah, I'm not good at with rhythm. It's a struggle. I mean, with anything, it kind of takes practice. I mean, I I'm sure that I can learn. I just got to put in the time. When I first started doing Vardorvis, oh, I was awful. I was dying all the time, getting super mad, And then now I can pretty consistently get like a few kills, Vardorvis pretty comfortably, doing the axe split and stuff. So it's kind of once you kind of learn the pattern, you suffer through to learn the pattern, and then you just gradually get better and better. See if you run in the head properly. Yeah, I guess yeah. There's like some people where if you get it timed down perfect, you don't even take damage, which is crazy. I think TOA is the hardest to do mechanically. Okay, interesting. I haven't really done enough raids to be able to, you know, I haven't. Yeah. To me, all the raids are pretty difficult, but I suppose TOA kind of seemed like one of the little bit of the easier one. But yeah, that's probably a thing. Just keep sending it, and then you brute force and learn eventually. Yeah. Yeah, that's really what I got to do. I I'll probably do raids more after I max. I kind of just want to max at this point. I've gotten burned on RNG a few times, and I'm at the point now where it's at least with skilling, you know exactly. There's really no surprise on how much XP you're getting per hour. You just, if you do your time, you'll get the levels. When it comes to RNG, you know, you could be going 2 to 3 times the drop rate. You never know. So now, after I max, though, I'll probably do some raids because at that point it's like might as well. Well, I'll probably learn Inferno actually, but yeah, I probably should do raids before I do Inferno. Now that I think about it, because you get the better prayers. Of course, those better prayers, they drain your prayer level so much. I'm not how much they use those during Inferno. You got to be really careful with your resources in Inferno, don't you? Because it's like such a long endeavor. Yeah, that's kind of what I heard. That augury is like it drains things so quick that unless you're one ticking it or something to kind of keep it from draining. Oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? Like whenever I did my Dragon Warhammer grind and stuff, I eagle-eyed it all the way through. I eagle-eyed. I don't have raid prayers, so but then I think that's maybe what people did it do anyway with the Dragon Hunter with the Dragon Warhammer is they probably use Eagle Eye anyway, so maybe I wasn't, you know, too far off the mark with that. That's right. Titans got the prayer. I probably will do the Titans. I should do the Titans because yeah, like Eagle Eye is a little cringe at this point in my character like progression. It's a little cringe to be using Eagle Eye still, so I wish I had them at Corrupted Gauntlet. I wish I had. Oh yeah, they would make a huge difference. Yeah, they'd make a huge difference. No, like I said, I failed at Corrupt the Gauntlet a lot. So yeah, the prayers would have definitely helped me out there. Thankfully, the only time I'll ever touch a Corrupted Gauntlet again is if I pet hunt there, which I might do, but that's like a after I max sort of situation. That's, if ever, if I'm being honest, if ever. I think I don't know. I'm kind of torn if I want to do Chambers of Xeric first, or if I want to do Tombs of Amasket. The Shadow would be super nice. Like then again, raid prayers. But yeah, if I do Titans, if I do Titans first, yeah, I guess if I did Titans first, then doing Chambers of Xeric first wouldn't be too pressing. Yeah, that's true. You can scale tombs. Yeah, you can. Yeah. Yeah, TOA definitely seems more kind of beginner friendly. I might do TOA. Trying to think of there's some other really good upgrades too. Oh, let's see. Let's see. I should. Do I grab binding necklace? Yeah, I do. Yeah, and the few Tombs of Amasket raids I got carried through, interestingly enough, I was able to get the needle, so I have the nice rune pouch, thankfully. That's pretty much the only unique that I've gotten so far. Had some pretty helpful clan members for that. They're kind of doing a learner session, so they're like carrying a lot of us through it. Yeah, the shadow would be super nice. Now that I struggle pronouncing this stuff. It's like a Missouri. Now that's you gotta combine that onto a armadillo armor, I think, right? Is that? Let me look at Missouri. Which I do not have armadillo, so with Missouri being the new. Oh, I see. So you get the Missouri. Oh, I see. Yeah, I knew you used one of them on something. That's right. Destroy the armor gear to fortify Missouri. It's just for defense bonuses. Oh, is it like is the weight almost not worth it? Is that what you're kind of saying? Oh, okay. Because some gear is like so heavy that it's almost questionable if you want to use it. For example, like Rim's robes. They're tanky, but they are also extremely heavy, and so it's like it's almost, you know, it doesn't have negative melee bonuses like Arma, so it's good at next. Ooh, next. I'd maybe use it at next. Um, the only thing I'm missing from Bandos is, well, the Bandos God Sword. But other than that, I got everything else from Bandos. Not in a too big of a hurry to go back. I mean, I do kind of enjoy Bandos, the boss fight. I did I didn't do the door method. I should learn the door method. I just did the one where you run around in all the corners. Which I guess the door method, from what I've seen, it's a lot better. Yeah, it works. It's not necessarily too ideal. There's people that can like consistently do that, like the master combat achievement where you get like so many kills, or you get like 15 plus kills or something with Bandos. I got that once. However, it didn't count because I didn't pay for a private instance, because as an Iron Man I get my own instance anyway. And oh, whenever I found out that I needed to actually pay for it, oh, I was so pissed. I was like, you know what? I haven't done it. But I was just like, this is some bullshit. I am in my own instance. And the only thing that was different is if I would have paid for the instance. It's like, okay. I was so excited to get that combat achievement out of the way too, just to realize, oh, actually, hmm. I mean, it kind of makes sense, I guess, because it's like it would be a little unfair to regular accounts because they don't get their private instance for free, I guess. At the same time, it's like I did the challenge. Ah, could I skip the blowpipe though for Tombs of a Masket? When when it comes to that, what's it, the Bubba fight where you have the rolling rocks? I just use the Bofa for that, but it's kind of what the main, like the Bofa worked there. I guess trying to think of where you'd want the blowpipe necessarily. That does kind of Aka Shadows. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, Aka and its Kumball phase. God, that last phase is rough sometimes. Yeah, I know. It's kind of just me coping, saying that I don't need the Bofa, but yeah, I'm sure there's instances where I should be getting the Bofa. Kind of in part, I'm a little bit lazy to just, kind of in part where I'm not too crazy to go get the blowpipe. Is just I never did learn Zora. Like I have one KC, so I'd have to learn kind of the patterns. I know there's like a
a plugin where it's like you kind of meme it or a little bit, where you kind of click through on the side of the plugin and then you can figure out its rotation. But I'll probably just I'll have to do it eventually. But what am I doing? Maybe eventually, but it won't be tonight. It will not be tonight. And since I'm kind of lazy and like to maximize for efficiency, it'll be after I probably get the Noxus halberd. Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, I will. I'll keep that in mind. Zins, nice, nice. That's a great username. I like that. That's funny. Well, I might get 50-50 points here and then gamble it all away and see if I get the pet. I'm almost a 50-50. Yeah, thanks. Oh, let's see how many kills I got so far here. That's at 1,080 completions. Happy to show you what I know. Oh yeah, sounds good. Yeah, I appreciate that. I kind of one of the benefits of why I like to stream too is like I encourage some backseat gaming. If there's something that I could be doing better, hey, you know. I'm kind of set on this goal of getting this rune crafting pet though. It's like just if I can just get 99 rune crafting out of the way, to me, in my mind, rune crafting is the worst skill. So I mean, I've got 99 agility already. God, get this rune crafting done with. The rest of these are just gonna be pretty easy, really. I could get 99. Yeah, I could finish wood cutting in like a couple of hours. Yeah, dude, RC fucking sucks, dude. Like, rune crafting sucks. Kind of what I'm mentally planning is get rune crafting done, right? I'll have 99 rune crafting. Then, if I do Volcano, I switch Volcano to XP mode so that I get like 100k of mining XP per hour. So then I'm getting a pet chance there. Plus, I'm doing more damage to Volcano because I'll have a higher rune crafting level. That's kind of how I'm parlaying things a little bit. So you've got 3 endgame accounts. Let's see. Got 3 endgame accounts to make a rare. Dang, dude. Yo, that's crazy. Got 3 accounts to endgame. That's gaming. I mean, still, I basically just have this account. I have my regular account, but I reached a point with my regular account that I was like, at this point, I could either buy bonds, or if I grind it out, I might as well just play an iron if I'm gonna grind it out. So I decided to just grind. You know, I decided to make an iron and then just start grinding things out. Because I mean, doing Vorkath for a little while is all right, but when it's like when you're just doing Vorkath to like pay for everything else, God, doing Vorkath gets old after a while. That's kind of what I was just doing too. Oh yeah, iron is definitely the way. It's yeah. Which I didn't mind. You know, I didn't mind playing GP Scape. You know, it's what really got me is the bond system. I actually have a whole YouTube video on my YouTube channel where I kind of rant about the bond system. So yeah, I don't probably need to get into that again, but yeah, it's I don't have a. You know what? You're the first person to try that. I should probably set up a command for that. Yeah, it's in the description, or it's in like the info stuff. So yeah, I did talk in the one video. I talked about how to potentially fix some of the RNG problems with RuneScape. That is a video that I went into. I kind of proposed this little math equation that could potentially, you know, soothe some people that are going dry for things. But you know. I should probably look into like Twitch chat commands and stuff. Probably configure that. I forgot that they were a thing. So oops, I didn't mean to go into this one. But oh well. Which, I mean, the regular game does have kind of an anti-dry mechanic in place, and that's through trading. If you don't get the item that you're going for, you can sell the items. You can sell the other secondary drops for gold and get the item that you're going for. However, it becomes problematic whenever you play an Iron Man, because of course we can't trade. So that is kind of, and I mean the game is built around trading. It's just, and I'm actually in kind of an enjoyer of trading, but the bond system is like, it's so in your face that you can grind the game for in-game gold, or you know since I do kind of have the min-max kind of mentality. Well, the min-maxing is like working more at work and then buying bonds. I don't know. I like there to be a separation from like real life wealth and like in-game wealth. Hey, I appreciate the follows. It's like I feel like you should have to commit. If you want to be wealthy in the game, you should have to commit time to the game. You know, it's kind of cheesy if like your real life wealth. Hey, I appreciate the follows. If you can just convert like your real life wealth into the game, then it's like, my God, you're gonna win at life and in the game. No, 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 fuck all that. We shouldn't be having that. So that's kind of how I view that. Hey, I appreciate the follows. Yeah, going dry. Yeah, that's kind of that math equation that I kind of set up with. You can adjust the alpha, so it's like on how like egregious you want the chance to grow. So that would of course be up to the developers to tweak that with what they find fit. So, but the kind of the main philosophy with that math equation is each kill after you go past the drop rate, even if it's a small increase on per trial chance, there should be some kind of benefit to your drop chance after you go dry. So that way you at least know that the next kill is a little bit more meaningful than the previous one. That's kind of like how I kind of view it, but you know, that's on a per trial chance. So yeah, yeah, I guess, I mean, yeah, it all kind of depends on, at what point do you kind of draw the line, though? It's like if somebody's like absurdly dry, to me, that's like a slap in the face. You know, the the rates that are set in the game are set around player trading, so they're already set pretty low because that's how they keep the prices high in the game, is by having low drop rates. So they're already pretty low. So it's like if you go the drop rate, that's still a pretty considerable commitment. And then it's like there's people that'll go 4 to 5 times the drop rate. That is like, I think that's just kind of absurd when if you can go that dry. Maybe the dopamine hits harder at 5 times the drop rate. I don't know. Me personally, whenever I got my berserker ring, I was just like, fuck, thank God, finally. I guess, I don't know. Getting burned a few times, it's at a certain point, I don't know. It's kind of just some friction, I guess. I do kind of like there to be somewhat of a balance, to in-game effort to like reward. I do like there to be somewhat of a balance there, but that's just me. I've did my whole video rant on it. That's my rantings on it. Probably won't change nothing. So but that's just kind of how I view it. Yeah, it can get funny. Yeah, if you can stick it out, there are people that probably just end up quitting. Which is unfortunate. So, it, you know, yeah, that's yeah. I guess that is one pro. But it's like to your average. I mean, of course, the game doesn't need to be made for average people, of course. But I just feel like at a certain point, you should just get the item at a certain point. That's just me honest. That's me personally. Now, of course, the math that I propose, it doesn't just give you the item. It just gradually increases your per trial chance. So you're still at the mercy of RNG. It's just each kill feels a little bit better. But you go like you go like five, well, three times the drop rate or something. I wouldn't even be opposed to just getting the item, but that's too bold of a thing for the community. So that's why I was like, let's just do this gradually increase. But that was just kind of my take on it. Like I said, I am kind of an enjoyer of trading, which is, you know. Yeah, yeah. Does I usually hit the pity rate on Vorkath, so kind of glad that exists. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that would be watching the world burn because a lot of people depend on that Vorkath pity drop. Yeah, yes. A lot of people I think depend on that. Yeah, I don't think I've ever gotten it sooner. Cross, yeah. How many? What KC are you at? That's quite a bit of heads. 400. It's pretty good. I wonder how many I have here. Let me see. Oh, you sent me a message in game. Oh yeah. I see. I've got my UI like a lot smaller, just because it's nicer to have a small UI for Guardians of the Rift. So plus plus that color combination is hard to see. Hey, I appreciate that. Thanks. Let's see. Isn't there a portal spawn here? Hold on, I'm distracted. Oh, it's lit. Yeah, did you see my screen flash? And then I was like looking around for portal, and I did not see portal. I don't know what's. That's yeah, that's weird. Let's see here. I'm done. check how many Calphite Queen kills I have here in a minute. I think it's... Nah, you can just follow me, man, and it'll send you a notification when I'm going live. Alright, let's see here. Oh yeah, I have 94 KC, so I'm glad I got spooned ahead for that achievement. That 94 KC, 100% of those were flinched kills, and that shit took forever. So if you flinched yourself to 440 KC, oh my god. Oh yeah, I was using the salad blade, but yeah, the Karis from upgraded with the TOA thing should be a lot better. 150, holy shit. Yeah, that's way better. No, flinching is the way. Like, even if it's a little bit slower, like, I'll flinch things. Like, even like Cerberus, I flinched. Now, I did not get any uniques from Cerberus yet, but I might go back and now that I have a Demon Bane weapon, that could be interesting. I might have to look into Cerberus again, but Scorching Bow, okay. Yeah, the Cerberus, those damn ghosts kept like fucking me up, so I was just like, I'm just gonna flinch. Which I think it was like 10 minutes a kill or something like that. Yeah, it was kind of slow. It was kind of slow. It's probably better with a Demon Bane weapon. I haven't tried with a Demon Bane weapon yet, so yeah, I'm trying to think of what I was using to flinch with. I think I was just using the Salad Blade with like a slash or something. Oh, dude, I bet you Serb's a lot better with the Emberlight upgraded, because I have the upgraded Emberlight with that like Demon Bane thing. Dude, that's probably like way better. Yeah, oh, I have Emberlight now, so if I ever go back to Serb, it's probably gonna be way better. And what kind of helped with flinching it is that since I have the Dragon Warhammer, I'd throw a couple specs in and pray that it hits, and then if it hit, it would definitely help out. It'd shave off like a couple minutes. Dude, you know it. You know I do. What's up, Shaq? You gonna play Gridmaster tomorrow when it comes out? Oh damn. that's that's makes me a rough one. I guess submit a ticket. I guess and pray that the account services treat you right. Thankfully, Jagex turned they backtrack on that premium account services where it's like they would charge you extra money for like account services. So thankfully they walked that back. Otherwise, my joke would be, oh, did you pay for the upgraded subscription to reset your password? But yeah, what a PR nightmare that whole thing was. Yeah, thankfully they walked that back. Yeah, yeah, that was yeah. Need an opinion? Oh, I have many opinions. Be prepared. Oh boy, a dating question. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Give me a moment here to digest this here. Oh, and then see, so it goes well. She flakes on you, then ghosts you, and then 3 months later, she hits you up asking for a second chance. What do you do? Ooh. You reply, "Who dis?" That's what you do. That's the power move right there. Yeah. Well, I mean, do whatever you feel is right, man. That's the real answer. But I would kind of be like, I would troll her a little bit myself. But you know, it all depends on it does kind of depend on you, I guess. So yeah, when somebody ghosts like that, you gotta troll a little bit. That's I don't know. I probably wouldn't even troll. I'd probably be like, nah. Or I probably wouldn't even reply. If she's gonna ghost, I'm kind of done and moved on. In my mind. Uh, it's the old chick calling, but I'm on new things. Still a dime. Always lose change. That's good. Hmm. That's you have a way with words. Yeah, it's funny. I don't, I kind of view things like a little more seriously, so it's like I don't really, you know, you know, it depends on what you're going for. You know, if it's just some side fun, then I mean, yeah, you know, go for it. But I don't know. I'm kind of older now myself, so it's like I don't really partake in too many. You know, the only games that I kind of like are video games. You know, in a video game you can log out of, but when a girl comes with like some bullshit games, I don't really play too much. So. It's the exact situations happen to 3 different chicks. Sounds like you had all kinds of situations over there. It's yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess if they're calling you up trying to smash, I mean, that's up to you, man. Maybe, maybe. Yes, I can. What you gotta do is you first gotta grow the horseshoe mustache. That sets the tone, right? And then you get yourself a pair of shades. Then after that, man, it's you're you're coasting. But be careful though. With great power comes great responsibility. Whichever way you want to phrase it. Yeah. Oh, rune crafting. Oh my god. Yeah. It's probably not a lot of people in chat, man. Oh shit. No, that's funny shit. Um, that's funny shit right there. I mean, can I get some trues in the chat, boys? Can I get some trues in the chat? Hey, there we go. Hey, there we go. Oh, that's gonna be clutch. I probably won't make it to that portal. We'll see though. Let's see. Can I get to the portal? Ooh, failed a little bit there. Let's see. Trying to boot this Minecraft server. I do kind of want to revisit Minecraft now that they've added the flying gas. I think that's pretty neat. I do kind of want to mess around with that a little bit. 19 hour estimated join time. Oh, you're trying to join like a public server or something?
The trick is, you got to realize that you're dreaming in the first place. You got to be able to recognize it. You got to be able to ask yourself, hey man,
So you can ride the gas now in like Overworld. There's like a there's like a leash or something you can put on it or something. Oh, very nice. Yeah, I haven't tried it yet. I kind of like most people kind of like recently played Minecraft a little bit around the like the movie hype kind of came out. It's like, oh, for me Minecraft's kind of like a phase kind of thing. You play it for like a month and then it's like, oh, okay, you kind of move on. But it's kind of amusing since, they rode the gas in the movie that they added it to the game. I thought that was kind of interesting. Oh, rideable Nautilus. Oh, see, I'm not really sure what that is actually. Oh, okay. Oh, that's crazy. You just recently got Minecraft? That's crazy. I mean, I was playing it in like beta before it came out, which is like 2000. I was playing it in 2011, I think. Like one of the beta builds. The game had a different vibe back then. It was a little bit of a depressing kind of game. Like it was kind of desolate. I mean, it was still very fun, but had a totally different vibe to like modern day Minecraft,
everyone
which
knows.
I do like modern day Minecraft. It's a lot more alive. There's a lot of things, creatures and stuff flying around and shit. Oh yeah, true. Yeah, yeah, because it didn't come to console until later. So yeah, I gotta remember in like 2011. Yeah, I was at work. Some of the guys there were like kind of like memeing on like Minecraft. I was like, oh my god, there's a game where it takes like 15 minutes to break a block. I'm like, who the fuck would want to play this? But everybody kind of like end up playing it and enjoying it. It's like, it was kind of funny. But people were trying to break like obsidian with like, I don't know, not diamond or something like that. So. All right, let's grab a cell here. Build a wall.
Seems
Make
like
sure the
everyone's
walls are taken
sleepwalking
care
without
of.
waking
They
scared,
all are.
walking through their dreams. Dreams. Dreams.
Never mind a craft, but I played some pile of Ark. I've played a little bit of Ark. Um, I kind of played it when Ark kind of came out. When it kind of first came out, all of the like single player settings were set for like server by default, and oh my god, it was hard. Like there'd be this little like this little ankle biter would come along and just freaking kill you. Hey, I appreciate the kicks, man. Thanks. Hey, I appreciate that. Yeah, because like maybe Ark's changed now, but when it first came out, yeah, all the settings were set for server, so you would sit here and grind up these levels, all for this like overpowered little ankle biter to come through the grass and like just freaking fuck you up. So I was like, okay, I just did all this work. I should have just turned down the difficulty settings for like a reasonable single player experience. But I don't know, part of my mind just doesn't like setting difficulty stuff down. I don't know, it's like a purist in me or something, so. Oh, okay. Do you mostly play single player Arc, or do you do the multiplayer servers, or? Oh, okay, so you just get kind of used to. Okay, I see. Yeah, I didn't play it long enough to kind of like fully. I made it pretty far. I had this like Bronchosaurus tamed, and I was like fucking things up. And then at night, these like Titan things came, and oh yeah, they just like stomped on me a couple times, and then killed me, my Bronchosaurus, and then I kind of lost motivation after that. Oh, it's kind of a bad game too. The Giga broken and devs don't. Yeah, I mean, I had performance issues back whenever I played. I was playing on like a crappy laptop, but my understanding is they never really fixed the performance issues. So, like, it's like pretty much always bad frame rate, like no matter like what kind of graphics card and stuff you have. That's at least my understanding. So, yeah, Bethesda. Yeah, I can't really pronounce Bethesda very well, but yeah, yeah. Seems like a lot of games nowadays are having issues with like performance problems. You know, they'll make these like really cool games and stuff, but God, the performance, like they just don't know how to optimize their games anymore. It's like I don't know if they're too much in a hurry to push things out or what the deal is. But like I do kind of want to play Borderlands 4, try that out. But I guess that has a lot of performance issues, so I'm kind of hesitant to do that. Yeah, it probably is the Unreal Engine 5 engine. Yeah. Which I mean, it's a beautiful engine, but yeah, all the performance issues. I've been kind of blasting a lot of Path of Exile 2 lately, so I'm kind of curious. They're going to be adding more endgame stuff to the game soon, which is kind of where it's lacking. Like its campaign, oh, campaign is phenomenal. The power creep that you fill up through the campaign, chef's kiss, right? The end game is kind of lacking. Thankfully, they got rid of this like meta of stacking up these 3 overlapping towers. That was a little cheesy. So I mean, they're gradually fixing the end game, and they're gonna add a lot more stuff to the end game, I guess, in the next patch, which should be coming out in December. So I don't know if any of you guys play Path of Exile 2 at all, but it's kind of what I've been blasting a lot of lately. Probably end up going from Gridmaster. Probably play through Gridmaster, and then after Gridmaster, maybe try out the next season of Path of Exile. Kind of depends on if they change the rarity, how it's tied to currency. Right now it is, and it's not really ideal. You end up sacrificing power for rarity find. But we'll kind of see how that philosophy goes for them. On my binding necklace. Kind of another problem with Unreal Engine 5 is a lot of games end up looking like they look kind of samey. Because Unreal Engine 5 will do a lot of like tedious work of like auto-generating stuff. Then everybody's kind of running the same like auto-generated kind of stuff. It makes a lot of games kind of look the same. Plus you have developers like buying assets too, which is not helpful. So you tried PoE 2, the skill tree was too big. It is a big passive skill tree. I would recommend if you're new to the game, like follow a guide, honestly. Which of course not everybody likes to follow guides, but I would say as a new player, you probably want to follow a guide. At least, I mean, that's what I did. I mean, I had a pretty good time. But the crafting system is, oh my god, I spent 2 days. Like, I'm kind of, yeah, I spent 2 days watching like YouTube videos and stuff on crafting. So there's a lot to crafting. Path of Exile 1's crafting is even more complex. I don't really understand Path of Exile 1's crafting, but I do understand Path of Exile 2's crafting so far. And if you do want to get into the game, now would be a good time, because you kind of want to learn crafting and stuff in the beginning. Because as the game gets older, they're going to be adding stuff to the game. And as things slowly get added in, like the complexity of the crafts is just going to keep getting more and more complex. So you made a lightning build. Class. Yeah, there's a lot to the game. Yeah. I think like Spark build is one of the best. It's one of the best builds right now. I guess Deadeye Ranger is the most OP class this season, but I played a Summoner Infernalist and a Summoner Lynch, and then I played a Thorns build Warrior. The Thorns build was probably one of the better experiences, just because on the Witches, I would constantly get like one shot all the time. And in Path of Exile 2, when you get a high enough level, you lose 10% of like your XP towards the next level. So you could grind all day long, and then if you die a few times, you lose your XP, and then it's basically you just like wasted your whole day. So it's the loss of XP is pretty annoying. Oh yeah, he did AoE. Yeah, that's what I see some people do with their spark builds or whatever. It's just like there's just like lightning stuff going everywhere, and then everything just kind of dies. They do some kind of weird build where their health also like fluctuates a lot. Like their health goes like way down to 1 and then it like flows back up. It's like a really weird build. But basically, if they don't kill everything right away, then they just get like one shot. They just get like one tap themselves. So it's like a glass cannon kind of build. It's kind of how my summoner builds were. It's kind of a glass cannon. It gets kind of annoying dodging all the time. So that's why I really enjoyed my thorns build. Just stacked armor and thorns, and then the bad thing with that though, even though I was like way tankier, my clear speed was just not as good. Like it kind of took forever, and I mean I would still occasionally die to stuff. So yeah, no, the game's a lot of fun. I have like 200 hours in it, I think, and I started playing since the like the free weekend that they had for it. So now I was playing for like 4 hours a day for a while. So but then yeah, after I got 3 accounts to end game, I was like, all right, it's time to return back to my roots and grind some RuneScape. So yeah, it's like other games will come and go, but like yeah, like old school RuneScape's kind of my home. You know, other games are like a little bit of a vacation, but yes, exactly. Old school RuneScape is forever. Exactly. Yeah, I mean, when it comes to like character progression, I mean, I've even played other MMOs, and no other game comes even close to like old school RuneScape progression. You know, I've tried getting into World of Warcraft Classic. I played that like a couple years ago when at the launch of hardcore servers. I kind of got bought into the hype. I actually played on the hardcore servers, and I had never played the game before, so it was kind of like. I mean, eventually I just died because I don't have game knowledge, but it was a fun experience. But no other game comes close. I mean, let's see, what were the other ones that I tried? Played a little bit of Final Fantasy 14 online. I couldn't get into that really. It was so much reading. Like, oh my god, you know, I don't mind reading a little bit, but there was so much reading, and the abilities and stuff all felt pretty smooth. I made it to endgame in New World, but God, New World got boring at endgame. Holy shit. But I mean, cutting the trees in New World is really fun. You know, the trees fall down and stuff. It was, you know. Oh, let's see here. I think for Gridmaster, though, my first priority is going to be to kind of rush Golden God. I think that's the move. Get those constant, like, high elks going in the background, and then you can just kind of do whatever as you're getting gold and mage XP for teleports. Might try to rush the crab. We'll see. Rush the crab, and I think I get a gathering skill. I'll have to look at the board again. I should have a portal here. Yeah, so that's the beauty about Gridmaster is that no regions are locked. So we're gonna have access to the whole game. So now you might have to do a little bit of questing maybe to get there, which I'm kind of curious how much questing we'll have to do. I'm assuming a lot of the questing is gonna be like auto completed, but I am kind of curious on that. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty nutty because we're gonna have the whole game. You know, we're not region locked. We're also not even relic locked, so we can get all the relics, all the regions. It's gonna be pretty neat. And I'm kind of assuming the wilderness is gonna be safe, but maybe that's a bold assumption. I guess I'm not. I don't know about wilderness mechanics yet. So. Oh, very nice. What is the conversion rate on? I'm not even sure what the conversion rate on that would look like. Oh, yeah, you're gonna have tons of gems. Very nice. Mm. Dang.
Traffic.
Right, so you're gonna have like 2,000 gems. Yeah, I was kind of just doing the little calculation on the side. I was just kind of curious how much that would be. So yeah, shit, you're gonna have like 20,000 gems. Holy moly! Now that. Mm. Well, yeah, you will be set on necklaces, rings, whatever the fuck. You'll be set on gems for sure.
Traffic.
Yeah, very nice. What's your? Do you have your house set up? You can get the jewelry box too. Oh, 72 construction. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, with 2,000 dueling ring, you should be set for life, realistically. Oh yeah, yeah, be set forever. The prayer pool's the main thing. That's, yeah. Getting the ornate pool is kind of a pain though, because you got to get an anti-venom. That requires like a pretty high herblore level. Yeah, I remember whenever like the day that I learned about that, like I just got the construction level, and then I discovered about that cute little thing. Oh, I need a anti-venom, and then I was like, oh, okay, that's. I wasn't too happy. Let's just say that. I was so excited for an ornate pool, and then it's like, oh, I actually got to go and kill Zolra and do this and that. But once you get it, though, it's so worth it. Going to Fairfinox Enclave all the time gets kind of annoying. Oh yeah, true. Yeah, the Desert Elite statue. I forgot about that statue. I mean, the statue's not better than Fairfinox Enclave, though, is it? It's nice for Zora. Oh, trying to think about this, because to get there, you gotta take the fairy ring, right? You gotta run down from the fairy ring to the statue. Like, I feel like, oh, the desert amulet. That's right. That's right. I forgot about the desert amulet. Yeah. So okay. Kind of why it's kind of it's another reason why I love this game, because you can play this game for so long, and there's like so many like little tips and tricks that you can kind of forget about or learn. You know, it seems like a game you can always kind of keep learning on. Yeah, I mean, I've been playing this game for years, and it's like oh yeah, that's right, you can do this, you can do that. Yeah. Said you're gonna get your dragon pick from Calphite Queen. I mean, I got mine from doing Volcanic Mine, because it's like Volcanic Mine is good experience, and then it's like you also get a chance at the pick. So that's how I kind of viewed it. It's like two birds with one stone, unless I can't remember unless you're pet hunting the Calphite Queen, in which case you'll probably get the pick along the way of pet hunting, but. I can't remember if you were saying that you were pet hunting or not. Yeah, I mean, the fastest way is wilderness bossing. Yeah, if you don't mind going into the wilderness, that 100% is the best, like the fastest way. Yeah, the Calphite Queen pet is one of the coolest. It's such a flex too, because it's such a shitty boss. there's so much like unavoidable damage, and unless you flinch, and it's like flinching, it takes a while. Yeah, if I ever get that upgrade, that Karis upgrade, then maybe I'll try going back and flinching. Because God, you said you're hitting like 150s. That's pretty mind-boggling to me. So yeah, that's definitely sounds nice. What's the time frame per kill then? Maybe like 4 minutes, maybe 4 or 5 minutes per kill. Oh, and yeah, okay, yeah, about 5. Okay, yeah, 3 to 5 minutes. Okay. Four to 8 kill trips. Okay. Are you? 4 to 8 kill trips. How hard are you flinching? Like, are you like full flinching, or are you like stepping under and attacking flinching kind of way? It's like whenever I was flinching, like I was full flinching. Like you trap, like, so you like trap it between like two of the little workers, and then like you basically take no damage whenever you're there. Oh, okay. So, okay, yeah. Yeah, get the thrall going, and okay. So, yeah, we were doing the same method then. Okay. Well, it is 8 o'clock. I think I am going to end things here. Yeah, 8 o'clock. I should end it. We'll do a search, see if I get the pet or not, and then go from there. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, pet, please, please, pet. We're getting a lot of those pouches. We still got a few pulls yet. It's not over yet. It's getting close, but okay. Gotta die out of it. We can still do. Yeah, I mean, I've had worse. I've had worse. Let's see. We got the die. We're gonna sell these. Die. Dang. Yeah. No, it's actually you don't even get pearls. Like. Okay. No, I'd like to sell it. Yes, please. Okay, and one last little hopium. Holy... Oh my god. It's actually nuts. That's actually insane RNG. It's just... I mean, what the hell? Yeah, like... What is this? That's actually crazy. Well... It's keeping the dream alive. It is keeping the dream alive. I'd like to sell it. Let's go. That is so crazy to pull two dies right back to back. That is actually crazy. Yes, I'd like to sell. Yeah. Well, yeah, it was 3 dies. Yeah, that's so crazy. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Okay, and that's the end of that. Okay, that was interesting. So, well, I'm gonna probably call it a night here. So I appreciate the sub, appreciate the follows, and until tomorrow, have a good one.